You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show.
With over 27 million downloads each week, this is your home for all your after-show recaps, analysis, and interviews. This is AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm Christian Rosenberg with a special edition of The Voice AFTERBUZZ. Joining me on the phone right now is the most adorable yet most powerful 16-year-old you will probably ever hear in your life. She got all the way to the finals of The Voice. Miss Jacquie Lee is joining us on AFTERBUZZ. Jacquie, how are you?
Hi. I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. If you had one word to describe the last 48 hours, what would it be?
Insanity.
That's a good word for it. I can understand that.
Yeah. It's just very surreal, dude. I don't even know what to say. It's I mean, for me, it's what I love. It's what I love to do, so I'm having a blast.
Sure. I mean, let's break down just last night alone. You got to share the stage with, like some of your best friends from this season of The Voice. You got to share the stage with Paramore. And then Monday night, you shared the stage with your coach, Christina. I mean, does one of those combined performances, as amazing as all three of them were, does one of them stand out more than the others?
They all stand out in different ways for me. I mean, like, Paramore was just a blast. We just got to just do whatever we wanted on stage and have a really, really good time. And there was no pressure because it was results night. So it's like, it's more about having fun. And Bohemian Rhapsody on stage went amazing because me, James, Cole, Caroline, and Nat, in the beginning of the season when we first started becoming friends, we were all like, and that just like, picture this on the Voice stage. How awesome would this group song be? And never in a million years did we ever think that we would all get this far and we would all be singing it on that stage together. So that was really special too. And the Christina one, I mean, that was just completely surreal for me. Just singing that on stage with her, sharing that moment with her, and it was just perfect.
Yeah, I was, and that Bohemian Rhapsody one, I was ready for all of you guys to be having like the Freddie Mercury mic stands. Like I was.
Oh yeah, it had to be done.
It had to be done. I got a chance a couple weeks ago to talk with Matthew, and Matthew was really emphasizing how you were early on such a dark horse, where you were kind of like this singer who was really good. But then, all of a sudden, when you came back, it was like, oh yeah, I remember her. And then you eventually, pretty much once we got to, I believe around the knockouts, all of a sudden we're like, oh wait a minute, this girl's gonna contend. This girl's got some. As CeeLo has said, it sounded like you swallowed an old lady or something. It was,
I mean, yeah, it was. I think I surprised a bunch of people. I think I surprised my coach a little bit.
Did you feel you were a dark horse at all?
Yeah, I mean, I felt that in the beginning I was sort of just the underdog and nobody really knew what I was capable of doing. And then lives hit and just the momentum of being on that stage and all of the people at the live shows and your coaches being there and it being on live television. And that little break that we got in between, it just something clicked for me.
Definitely. With all of your amazing performances, as far as, so many of them with such power and energy and emotion, Do you feel there was one particular song that you felt might have been more powerful somehow than all the others, whether it was just physically or emotionally or anything like that?
I think Angel was pretty powerful because it didn't need all the high notes. It just needed to be delivered the right way, and you needed to have the right amount of control and, you know, when to hold back and when to let it out but not be boastful with it. So it was challenging for me, but in the end, it worked out, and I trusted my coach, and it was perfect.
Was there ever a song that you were kind of like begging Christina? It was like, oh, please let me sing this one, but you never got the chance to do it?
Yeah, it wasn't because Christina said no. It was just because of clearance issues, but I really wanted to do a cool flip version of When Doves Cry by Prince.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would, I mean, huge fan, but...
Shame on Prince for not allowing it. Shame on him.
Yeah, thanks, Prince. Jeez.
Prince, you got to let Jackie sing your songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the show last night went off the air, what was the first thing that Christina said to you?
She pulled me in her trailer. She told me how proud she was of me and how many people in these competitions, like she said, I was in a singing competition just like you. I didn't make it nearly as far as you did. And, you know, look at Jennifer Hudson and look at all these people who came so far. And they didn't ever win these things. And I'm just so proud of you. And you're going to have such an amazing career. And we're going to keep in touch. And she gave me a journal. And she wrote a nice note in it. And it was beautiful.
That's awesome to hear that she's taken the time with you for that. I mean, Blake even talked about how he feels that you working with Christina was probably like the best pairing that he remembers on the show. As great as that pairing was for you, did you ever, just for even a minute, think, well, what if I went with CeeLo? Or, you know, or just like, what if I ended up going with someone else other than Christina? Did that thought for even like a split second ever cross your mind?
Well, when I went in for blinds, I didn't know who I was going to choose at all.
Mm-hmm.
And because I overthink way too much. So each person I was completely like, what about this? But when I was on stage, I just went with my gut feeling, which was Christina. And it was weird because I never went back on that.
Mm-hmm. You just you're like all set. I'm like, Christina's the one, period. No questions asked.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's weird.
Well, I don't think that's weird. I think it's like, hey, I have my idea. This is what I'm going with, and look, it got you all the way to the finale. So that
it did.
That's pretty darn impressive, if you ask me.
It's surreal.
So I'm curious. Last night we found out you got yourself a Kia. You got yourself a car last night.
I got a Kia.
Do you have your driver's license yet?
I have my permit. Thank you very much. Let's go, Kia. You don't even know. I was prancing around the whole week saying, I got a Kia, and I couldn't tell anyone until that aired, and I was just like, finally.
Finally, I can tell everyone, I finally got a car.
Yes, exactly.
So,
oh, my friends are so jealous of that.
well,
you got a car.
well, let me ask you now. I mean, obviously, you know, like holidays are coming up. The Voice is now, you know, winding down. You're going to do, you know, all these appearances, of course, because everyone wants to talk to you. I mean, because everyone loves you. And after all this, though, are you just going to be like kind of like driving your Kia back to school? I mean, so like what happens now?
Now I go back. I keep the momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
And I work really, really hard to just, you know, write some of the original music and, I don't know, just really establish myself as an artist before I go back next year or next season. And I'm really going to work hard on my original music and maybe try to get some radio out there. And if I have a next big project that I can map out, then maybe I'll go back to the tutoring.
Okay. Yeah, you can write all those songs in that journal that Christina gave you.
Yes. I mean, she said she wrote her whole Stripped album by just rereading her old journal. So.
Well, there you go. And now you gotta write a song that features Christina, so then she can be on your album.
Yeah.
I think she'll be okay with that. Did you? This might seem kind of like an odd question, but were you, when the announcement came that the winner of this season's The Voice was Tasan, did you feel upset at all, or were you just kind of like still thrilled at how you did, or were you just kind of relieved that, oh, okay, the show's over, I can get some sleep now, or It
was, I sort of went in knowing, had a gut feeling of what might happen because of the iTunes charts.
Sure.
And I was okay with it because I really had just time, which was just awesome for me, like the night before, just to sit with it and, just realize, like, we are all winners at this point. And you could be the winner of the show and not go anywhere if you don't work hard at it. And you don't. So me, Will, and Tess are in the best position right now because we're only going to go as far as we let ourselves go. And I was genuinely happy for her when her name was called. And I mean, obviously the tears came to my face, but they were honest to God happy tears. They were joyful tears because, I mean, it's just emotionally draining, this whole process. Is like, oh, so much emotion, and then it's over, and you're like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I am.
Well, that just shows pretty much kind of what the judges have been talking about throughout the season, how you're, like far mature for your age, with all that, just being, like accepted and mature and respectful for all of those things, which I just think is fantastic. So what is someone like you, though, because you now have all this fame around the world. You have 112-something thousand Twitter followers now, which is about 111,000 more than me. And I'm not bitter, I swear. And and you got a car. What does someone like what does someone like you ask for Christmas now? Like, what do you want for Christmas now? Because you already have everything.
I definitely do not need anything for Christmas. But I think my mom might be getting a dog as just a new addition to the family.
Oh, that's awesome. I come from a family with 5 dogs, so I'm all for that.
We actually had a dog in the past, but he passed away, so it's been hard to just sort of, open ourselves up to another one, but I think it's finally time.
Well, that would be an awesome gift to see under the Christmas tree. That is for sure.
Right? I'm so excited.
This is a really goofy question, but I almost feel like I just have to ask. How many guys from your high school have now asked you to prom?
Wow. I will tell you that when I find my phone that I lost.
You're gonna come back. You're gonna come back with about.
Last night.
You're gonna come back with about 200 texts and be like, "Ignore that one. Go to prom with me."
Oh gosh. So I'm really excited to go home because I haven't seen my friends in forever, and I know I'm as excited to see them as I hear they are to see me.
Well, I'm truly, I personally am truly excited for everything that's going to be going on in your future because you created a fan in me, that is for sure. I loved your performances. I know you got some chance to talk with my colleagues Jason and Chloe on the red carpet throughout the season, who were absolutely in love with you also.
Amazing people. Okay, I loved all of it. Okay. They made red carpet so enjoyable. It's ridiculous. They're so sweet.
Well, that's awesome, and I can't wait to see what songs you come up with in that journal and then turn them into an album, because I know it's going to be amazing. And of course, anyone who is not following you yet, and shame on them if they're not, they can follow you on Twitter at Jacquie Lee Music. Jacquie, thank you so much for, taking the time. I know you got an incredibly busy schedule and probably on zero sleep. So I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about this incredible experience that you've had, and I cannot wait to hear what happens with you musically in the future, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really, thanks for this.
Oh, my pleasure, Jacquie. Thank you. Again, you can follow Jacquie on Twitter at Jacquie Lee Music, and you can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. I always got to plug myself at the end, Jacquie. Come on. Come on.
Come on, guys. He needs those followers. Come on now.
Hey, if you want to tweet out to tell people to follow me, I will not object. Okay.
Yes.
and then of course,
when they find my phone, I will definitely.
I'm holding you to that, Jacquie. And then of course, for all your AfterBuzz TV news and updates on all the interviews and shows that we have going on here, you can follow us on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Once again, Jacquie, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Have a happy holiday.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
And for all of you on AfterBuzz, check out all the other interviews that we've done throughout the season of The Voice. Check them all out on iTunes and YouTube. And until next season, we will see you later from AfterBuzz TV's The Voice.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jacquie. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.